Facts First presents the strangest and most unique caves in the world. Number 1. Ancient life in a unique cave. Scientists found life embedded in a cave that contained giant crystals. The life found was single-celled bacteria, and what made it so amazing was that it was around 50,000 years old. The cave was located in Nica, Mexico. The bacteria and other microbes managed to live in the cave by digesting magnesium and iron. The discovery of this bacteria helps experts learn more about the conditions necessary for life to flourish. Number 2. Underwater lemurs. Divers were exploring an underwater cave in Madagascar when they found bones of giant lemurs. Some of these lemurs found were the size of gorillas. Now, nobody knows how the bones got into the cave. All they currently have is a theory. Scientists believe that the bones may have been washed up by the currents. Thousands of years ago, there were deer that were 10 feet tall, giant ostriches, and huge dragonflies. Just goes to show you how far evolution has taken us. Number 3. A bottomless pit. This pit is located in Ellison's Cave, and it's the home to the longest known drop. The drop goes down 568 feet. Watch that first step, it's a doozy. It's about half the size of the Empire State Building. To get to the bottom of this pit, you have to go down 12 miles of cave. Very unsafe. It's full of twists and turns that can be very harmful if you don't watch out where you're going. Ellison's Cave in northwest Georgia is the 12th deepest spot in North America. What they found in the deepest cave on Earth makes no sense. It seems to never end. Number 4. Glowing worms. There is a cave in Waitomo, New Zealand, which is loaded with worms that glow in the dark. They hang from the cave waiting for flying insects to eat, and they make the cave look like a beautiful, starry night. The cave has been around for 30 million years, and if you really want to see it, you can take a kayak tour through the cave. Number 5. Snotty. In Tabasco, Mexico, there's a cave that contains snotties. Now, if you're not familiar with what a snotty is and you're probably thinking of nose goo, well, snotty is a strange gooey substance, so we're pretty close already. It has a consistency of mucus, which is where it gets its name. The snotties hang from the walls of the caves and they wait for insects to fly by so that they can eat them. Snotties are just a strange-looking type of bacteria. And also gross. Number 6. Bats. Everybody knows bats live in caves. There is a cave in Barangay Tombo, Small Island, where an astonishing number of bats live. The cave itself is about 245 feet deep, and there are so many bats in the cave you can barely see the walls. They live in these caves because they're dark enough for them to develop their senses. They're able to detect their surroundings with sound waves. Based on the number of bats in this cave, it's a place you really don't want to go. Number 7. Caves of Death. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound foreboding at all. The Caves of Death are part of the larger Smoo Caves. The caves are located in northern Scotland, and they got their name from what's been found inside the cave. Scientists have discovered bones that they believe are from human sacrifices. The experts found heads on pikes as well, and bodies in pits. A very scary place. Number 8. Ulm Salamander. There are times that we find beautiful things in caves. The aquatic salamander is one of them. It's called the Ulm salamander, and it's blind. It uses a special power called electrosensation to understand its surroundings. And this salamander breeds in the water. It swims in the water. It's unique as it can live to be over 100 years old. It's often found in the caves of Slovenia and Croatia. This salamander maintains its original gills until after death. That is very rare. Number 9. A poisonous cave. In Constanta, near the Black Sea, there was a cave that has gone untouched for close to 5.5 million years, and it is said to be poisonous. It has adapted a strange, inhospitable environment over the years. It's called the Movile Cave, and it's home to scorpions, spiders, centipedes. The lake inside the cave smells like rotten eggs. If you disturb the peace of the water, it will emit hydrogen sulfide, which is a poisonous gas. Scientists have explored the cave and plunged into its depths, and when they got in there, they found the oxygen level is much lower than normal. In fact, the oxygen level is only about half of what it is outside the cave. To go down into this cave, you need breathing apparatuses to provide you with oxygen. Without that, you would develop a headache, become hypoxic, and then probably die if you didn't get out soon enough. Humans can only spend a couple of hours in the cave. That makes it amazing that there are creatures here who actually make the cave their home. There's no sun in this cave. There are bacteria in the cave that breathe carbon dioxide the same way that plants do. They get it from places other than sunlight. It's the only place on Earth where this occurs, too. The cave is amazing because it's still growing. The sulfuric acid is carving the limestone in the cave to erode, and that causes the cave to continually grow and expand. Number 10. Baja Spider. The Baja spider is a scary-looking spider, and it's found deep in the caves of the Sierra Coachella Mountains. They linger on the walls, waiting for their prey. The spider is frighteningly large, growing to be at least 4 inches from leg to leg. It's close to the size of an iPhone. It's a close relative of the Brazilian wandering spider, which is the most poisonous spider on Earth. Number 11. Blue holes. There are times where caves are not on land, they're located deep in the water. In the Bahamas, there are many caves that lie below the blue waters. The holes get their name from the way that they look from above. The entrance of the cave attracts and reflects light, which makes it look much bluer than the rest of the water surrounding it. Number 12. Lakes. There is a cave called the Melisani, and it's actually a hybrid between land and sea. The cave is located off the Greek island of Melisani, and tourists are allowed to explore the cave in kayaks and canoes. The cave is gorgeous, well worth the trip to see it if you can do it. Number 13. Stalactites. When you think about caves, you typically think about stalactites. They hang from the ceiling of the caves, and they're formed by sediment-heavy water dripping from the rock formations. Over time, they become part of the rock formation. The longest stalactites in the world are located in the Jeddah Grotto in Lebanon. The stalactites there can grow to be 27 inches long. They grow about 0.13 millimeters every year, and that means that they have been growing for many, many years. Number 14. Paintings. There are caves that are a mystery to us due to the markings from ancient civilizations found within them. One of these is the Argentinian cave. Inside, there are dozens of handprints on the wall in red chalk powder. The markings are believed to be between 9,500 and 13,000 years old. These markings are amazing and should be preserved. Number 15. The Dead Sea Scrolls. There is a cave in the Judean desert that housed evidence of the Dead Sea Scrolls. While the scrolls themselves were never found, other artifacts buried in the cave were found. The actual scrolls were looted well before 2017, which means that there was once more there. The scrolls that have been recovered were found in 1947, and they included text from the 4th century BC and the 2nd century AD. All of the text was written on platypus skin and the skin of other animals. Subscribe for more!